Women's Sports Sundays holding its own after replacing Sunday Night Baseball on ESPN. Subheadline: WNBA games on Women's Sports Sunday averaging 1.04 million viewers. Now, let's put that in a little perspective. Obviously, that is spun, as you will listen. You may remember a while back, MLB, ESPN had a falling out, in terms of carrying Major League Baseball games, which went to NBC, if I'm not mistaken. ESPN decided they were going to rebrand and take this opportunity to make it Women's Sports Sundays. Now they are 3 weeks in. So each Sunday they have had a WNBA game through 3 weeks, averaging 1.04 million viewers. Now, a couple things to keep in mind when it comes to that number. But real quick, welcome back to the channel. Truly appreciate you being here. The channel does not exist. I know I say that all the time. I actually do mean it because the channel does not exist without you, and no one sees these videos without you. So please, if you're enjoying the content, take a moment, make sure you smash that like button, make sure you're subscribed to the channel. Obviously, comment down below as well. There's a notification bell. You can hype it up on mobile. And okay, let's dig in a little more because when we get beyond the headline, hey, maybe that's a good name for a show, right? We'll go beyond the headline. Now think about it. 1.04 million sounds like that's a good number for the WNBA, which, from 2008 to Caitlin Clark in 2024 didn't have a million viewer game. Let's dig in a little bit. One of those three games was the Indiana Fever taking on the Las Vegas Aces. That game did 1.6 million. Now, 1.04, if that's the average over 3 weeks, that's what? 3.12 million viewers total. That means more than half of those viewers were for the one game the Indiana Fever played against the Aces, leaving only 1.52 million left for the other two games. And if we divide that in half, we have 751,000 viewers per game. Not the worst number in the world, but it's certainly not 1.04 million. And let's be fair, let's be upfront, let's be honest. We need to see sustainable numbers to justify the media rights deal and the CBA from everything that is not Caitlin Clark. And I would even argue games that are televised before and after, games that lead into Caitlin Clark or games following Caitlin Clark, because they always get a boost as well. So, yes, it's 1.04 million for 3 games, but it's 751,000 for the 2 games that did not have the Indiana Fever. Now, also, let's keep in mind Sunday Night Baseball, which is what ESPN got rid of. Now, I realize they are paying less, of course, but I'm just saying on the Nielsen numbers, those same 3 weeks, Sunday Night Baseball averaged 2.71 million viewers, and that jumps up to 3.1 million when you include the games that people that were watching the games on Peacock. So, yeah, again, ESPN paying a little less. I think they were paying around 200 million just for Sunday Night Baseball. I'm not sure how many weeks. I don't know if that's like literally the first Sunday to last Sunday. I'm not sure. So, but still, that's a massive difference in numbers because again, it's not what 3 million to 1 million, it's 3 million to 750,000. Obviously a much different number. So, and someone pointed out, which is why I decided to do this, because I haven't done very many ratings videos at all. It also seems like a lot of people don't care about them too much anymore. But someone had just asked me recently, hey, why aren't we getting views? Why aren't we getting ratings the way we used to? Even last year, with Caitlin Clark because of the will she, won't she nature of her injury. A lot of fans were being strung along for a while and hoping that she was coming back. And then you also had a lot of fallout of feel goodism around the team because most fans were not yet keyed in to how bad it was to have Stephanie White. Now, when Caitlin Clark was playing, we all noticed issues, but again, only having played 13 games, and we talked about it, right? Especially that New York Liberty game where she made what three threes in like 30 seconds, and that didn't include three long threes, I should say, in 30 seconds, and that didn't include the bomb over Brianna Stewart, which was a fourth in the first half, had what 25 points in the first half, only 7 in the second, and people were looking at how her play changed and also Stephanie White's body language on the sideline. So we were getting into that for sure, but because she only played 13 games, that kind of fell to the wayside, and a lot of people were just like, support the team because it's Caitlin Clark's team. You're seeing a lot less of that now. A lot of people are like, no, I'm not supporting this team. This is a trashy team, and I'm not going to be part of it. And so it's really interesting to me that we're not getting the ratings. Like this, for example. This is a article on Awful Announcing. Well, we all know how these things work, right? They put out a tweet first with a link to their article. The tweet says exactly this: Women's Sports Sundays holding its own after replacing Sunday Night Baseball on ESPN. Most people are not going to the article and they're not going past that headline. And so the only thing that gets in their head is, okay, the WNBA is kicking butt. They're basically doing Sunday Night Baseball numbers. ESPN is fine. Even if you click to the article, you get the headline I just gave you about Women's Sports Sundays. Okay, that's the same one. And the subhead, I should add, women's WNBA games on Women's Sports Sundays are averaging 1.04 million viewers. A lot of people don't go past headlines on articles. You have to dig in to see, oh, you know what? Without Caitlin Clark, it's only 751,000 viewers watching the games. By the way, still not terrible for WNBA, so I'm not trashing, but I'm giving you a heads up on how these things happen and why I say you can't trust the media because of how things get spun. And then, of course, you dig into the fact that in those same 3 weeks, Sunday Night Baseball now on NBC, 3.1 million viewers, which is just about quadruple, maybe slightly more, right? What's 750 and 750, or that's 152, right? Add another 750. Very, basically four times the viewers. Yes, they paid more for baseball, but they're also bringing in a lot more revenue from advertising. And I'm guessing not only are the advertisers paying more, I think there's I don't know how to put that. Maybe I won't go into it. I was just gonna say I think there's more value in terms of what is being advertised as well. So yeah, man. Anyway, I just thought I think I've only done one all season because remember, I'll finish with this CBS, right? That last CBS game when the Fever played without Caitlin Clark and it did 1.5 million, which in and of itself, WNBA, not Caitlin Clark, sounds awesome. The two previous CBS games Caitlin Clark played did 2.5 and 2.6 million. So that's actually a massive drop. Anyway, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. What do you think of the ratings? What do you think it means that we're only seeing certain ratings here and there as opposed to all of them? We used to see so many. I don't think I've seen Ion all season long. I remember in 2024, it was like every game that was played in Ion, new record, new record, new record. Anyway, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Like, comment, subscribe. I will talk to you later.